Are we even alive? The big question that we've all pondered at some point in our lives. How is it that we exist? Are we even real? Is this all a big dream? Are we all just pets of a mega alien being? Well, ponder no more, because we are about to give the most scientific answer to this question, even though we are no science experts, just mere humans like you, attempting to give the most logical answers to all sorts of questions. And today's question is, how are we even alive? So according to biology, which is the study of life, life exists through a tiny little particle known as a cell. So, no cell, no life? Let's find out. A cell is actually the smallest unit of life that can exist on its own. But when multiple cells of varying functions come together, the result is a living organism, for example, a plant, a fish, a human being. So cells are therefore the fundamental molecules of life. So we now know that our bodies consist of multiple little cells carrying out a variety of roles. But what do these cells consist of? What is the smallest unit of a cell? An atom. An atom is the smallest unit of matter, be it gas, liquid, or solid. So multiple atoms make up a cell, multiple cells make a tissue, multiple tissues make an organ, multiple organs working together form an organ system, and finally, multiple organ systems together form a human being. But where did the first atom originate from? Did they just appear out of nowhere? According to the Big Bang Theory, which is the most accepted scientific theory that explains the origins of the universe, it hypothesized that the current and past matter in the universe came into existence at the same time, approximately 14 billion years ago. At this time, all matter was compacted into a very small ball with infinite density and intense heat called a singularity. Suddenly, the singularity began expanding and the universe as we know it began. After this initial expansion, the universe cooled sufficiently enough to allow the formation of subatomic particles and then eventually atoms. So now we know scientifically how atoms originated, but still, how is it that we are simply alive? And what does it mean to be alive? So according to biology, the characteristics of life are to be made of cells, to display organization, to grow and develop, to reproduce, to be able to adapt through the process of evolution, to respond to stimuli, to use energy to maintain homeostasis. So one must have those mentioned characteristics in order to be considered alive. But what is it that allows us to have these said characteristics? Energy, the breath of life. Energy, as we all know, is essential to life and all living organisms. But what is our primary source of energy? Right, the sun. The sun, directly or indirectly, is the source of all the energy available on Earth. So let's see what we have put together thus far. Atoms are the building blocks of all matter, cells are the building blocks of all living things, and all things need energy in order to possess the characteristics that cause them to be alive. Energy on our planet Earth comes primarily from the sun. Now, where does the sun get its energy from? Science tells us that the sun is able to produce energy from a process called nuclear fusion. The sun itself is seen as a massive bright ball of fusion reactions just continuously taking place and emitting an incredible amount of energy in the form of light and heat that we need for life. So shall we once again put it all together? According to science, this is how we are alive. The Big Bang Theory generated our universe. There came about atomic particles. Atomic particles, through chemical reactions, then formed all matter, including our tiniest building block, the cells. Cells then came together and formed us. but the sun filled us up with all the energy to carry out the functions that allow us to be alive. Wow, a mouthful. And that, my friends, is the simplest way that science explains how it is that we are alive. Until next time, stay blessed. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe.